and
Yeah,
fun
as you
times
do.
occur, in where the ball of darkness hits everyone but our paladin. And the paladin saw the assassin jump into the ball of darkness. So, the paladin, of course, obviously, explodes into holy light in the center of the ball of darkness, hitting the entire party.
Genius move.
But the funniest shit about this whole scenario is Blue Pine goes, and he makes the joke because they're fiends and we know they're fiends. The joke of the fiends being like, as the ball of darkness dissipates, why do I hear boss music? And then we got to all of our rolls. So we had to roll to resist the damage that the paladin gave us with the explosion, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone failed their roll but Gurnham. Gurnham, who is also wearing an EVA suit, by the way.
Why does Gurnham have an EVA suit?
Because the DM thought it would be funny if he gave me a powered armor EVA suit for the old man.
Yes. Give the cripple power armor.
So also it has that the classic sci-fi helmet where it folds over, like it goes ka-chung, 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 over the head.
Yes.
Of course.
So what ended up happening is Gurnham resisted it. So we're all just laughing now because basically the bard is on the ground having his face is being gnawed off by this fiend. Now he's also burning because the paladin decided to explode with holy light. The priest is blinded by the holy light. We all found that hilarious. And then it's Gurnham with just his fucking shades down, helmet on, repeater crossbow cocked and ready. It's like, oh shit. Proceed to '4, double damage, max damage, one shot the fiend.
Wait a minute. How are you getting more than one shot per turn with a crossbow?
Well, it was one attack.
Okay. I'm sorry, I
a
misunderstood.
critical, and we use critical rolls. So we roll a D100, and so I rolled a 100, which means I do max damage and roll twice. And so my second roll was ×4 damage. My third roll was they now have vulnerability to your damage, which means ×2 damage.
I see.
So it's literally just globe of darkness dissipates. I did more damage than
Never heard of
HP. Good times, yeah. Anyway, and then I proceeded to annihilate the other one, and the third one got away, which we then tracked down. But we had a good old fun time with that. The bard tried to also burn fiends, which are immune to fire.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was the devils that were immune.
Fiends are also immune.
Well, yeah, okay. No, wait, I thought one of them was only resistant, right?
These fiends were immune. So I don't know what to tell you.
By the way, that is probably my favorite, like, stupid fucking lore thing that D&D has done.
Yeah.
Devils and fiends are different.
Yeah. The other thing that happened in that campaign session was Lulu tried to corral them by making a wood wall to like trap them.
What? Okay, first of all, who does he think he is? The first Hokage?
Yeah, apparently.
They have wings.
Well, yes, I'm aware of that.
So they just flew over the wall.
Did he think they were vestigial or something?
Yes.
No, he thought they were Mexican.
He forgot.
Max. Even if the fiend's wings were vestigial, most fiends have some amount of magic, and most of them can cast fly.
Oh, these
At
guys are
least
throwing
the
around
ones
magic
that are-
left and right. Yeah, no.
I would say at least the ones powerful enough to have wings anyway. Like
So yeah, that was that session where I also got 4 criticals in a row.
That's
we-
good.
I love it when
Yelling,
you have those moments.
Everyone was
You're
just
yelling over
fucking
that.
losing their shit. Everyone was absolutely just losing their shit because of just how fucking amazing that session was for all of our characters. Why do I hear boss music? Oh god. So all right. So we're gonna piss off Arn before he gets too mad and leaves.
Excellent.
I'm gonna cover this author first, and then we're actually gonna do a serious story of this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. Hello, internet. This is Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001. Now that I've finished regaling you all with my epic D&D stories, it's time to begin the show. Your host, SneakyDevil. We got Max, Atin, the Norwegian, and Gray in here tonight. And before we start off any stories, I want to start off on an author. Who, don't worry, YouTube, don't worry, Twitch. You can't harass this author anymore because he has left the website.
Okay.
Oh. Huh.
No way, dude. No way.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Can't be fucking serious.
Yep.
Huh.
due to
Hang on.
harassments, death threats from the followers of Donald J. Trump, this account has been abandoned.
I'm gonna
Wait.
search for
Their last update was July of 2019, but they left April of 2020.
I mean, they could have been like, I'm
this
sick
is
of getting...
No, Max, they removed all their stories.
Yeah.
Oh, that's favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their
I
last
see.
update on AO3 was about a week ago.
Yeah, so originally I found this author because I was looking for some good stories to read, and they had written like a 500,000 word fan fiction, AU history.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How to Train Your Dragon, as you could probably tell by the profile.
It's 1.3 million words.
Jesus fucking Christ. And I was reading the summary, and I was like, all right, I'm interested. And then I couldn't. Then I clicked on the story, and the story was like, "Whoopsie daisy, can't find author." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I go over and I find out they've deleted everything because of harassment by the followers of Donald J. Trump. Okay, buddy.
Oh God.
I'm sure it's completely unwarranted as well. I'm sure absolutely that this author did not say anything inflammatory or absolutely did not invite at all whatsoever responses from any political followings at all with any of the things that he said.
I would say, generally speaking, shut the fuck up about your politics on a fanfiction website.
Honestly, really, like, come on.
Like, the only politics I want in my fanfiction is the actual fanfiction relevant stuff. Like,
I mean, we also have the Lord of Land and Fire, who inserted his politics into his fanfiction, which quickly killed off my enjoyment of his story.
yes.
Because he was writing a Saga of Tanya the Evil story and then proceeded to make Trump references
It's like, bro.
in the story. And how Trump was Hitler. Literally.
Orange man bad.
And
Okay, and this is the thing that annoys me immensely. There aren't any fucking Nazis in Tanya.
Yeah. Curious, isn't it?
It's painful. It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy is definitely just randomly selected by the Trump mob to get their pitchforks and torches and just come after him.
Yeah, of
for
course.
no
You know, the MAGA crowd is well known for going on fanfiction forums and harassing random people.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
I was gonna
it's
say,
what they're
I
most
would
famous
be,
for.
I would be mocking your statement about the MAGA crowd harassing people, and then on fanfiction forums, I'm like, yes, that's where most of the Trump supporters are definitely going to spend their time.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
fanfiction
Exactly.
forums.
All of the fucking
Exactly.
60-plus-year-olds definitely spend all of their time on fanfiction.
Fucking boomer MAGA crowd.
Yeah, they definitely all go to fanfiction.net and just harass.
They
various
definitely all
authors.
know how to work a fucking computer and a web browser, so...
Yeah, definitely to the point where they can make accounts to harass people with.
Absolutely.
So anyway, the real story we're going to be covering today is this one,
Oh god.
and this is something special. I assure you all.
Oh no.
Huh? The fuck?
Yes, Gray.
What led you to this particular crossover section?
Zeeks.
Yeah,
Of course he did.
it's fucking Russian. Of course.
Okay. Where's this other story? So he has two stories. He has this one, and oh yeah, here we go. Here's the other one. So he has.
Oh wait, this is the guy who wrote fucking Culture Shock? Oh
I
god.
think it might be, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Rustbite. I knew that fucking picture was familiar.
Is it good?
Damn, well, Culture Shock is... It's pretty good for a Harry Potter culture crossover, yeah.
Oh, this is the thing
it's
that
not
Fiend was
bad.
talking about.
Yeah, well, he's been talking about two of them. One is on QQ,
Space
I
Battles,
think.
yeah.
Space Battles, yeah. This is another one. For a culture story, not bad.
How about as an author?
Though, well, not the worst. You know, obviously he knows the English language at least properly.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Interesting.
It's
But,
sad that
yeah,
that's become one of our
quality-wise,
requirements.
Yeah, he can write, but it's... Well, there are better stories out there, also worse. So, most centrist take I can give on him, honestly.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so this is Something Grim This Way Comes, as obviously a play on words of several different titles. Harry Potter, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Harry is about to start his first year at Hogwarts. With him comes his cynical, somewhat unofficial, not to mention bent on world domination girlfriend, Mandy!
Oh, no.
Yeah, Mandy, who's arbitrarily now in Britain and not America, and
And a wizard.
also a wizard, and also arbitrarily Harry's girlfriend at the age of 10.
So
Yeah.
that does beg a bit of the question.
Yeah.
What happened to Billy?
Something,
enough.
something, fan fiction off with Graham in a relationship.
Well, the third chapter is Harry gets stoned, so I don't know whether this is taking the
Wait, hang on.
Oh, something Grim is getting stoned.
Okay. All right.
Now, because the wizards are the wizards, I do have to ask, is Harry getting stoned or is Harry getting stoned?
You'll have to find out yourself. Because we're not fucking reading it.
Okay. By the way, just a quick aside. Putting those on blast real quick.
Yeah.
If reseating the RAM stops you from booting, it didn't fix the problem, did it?
Yeah. That too. Yeah. If reset,
No, it was not what...
pretty sure
I'm sorry,
he didn't fix the problem. I think he made it worse.
Reseating the RAM worked, but now the computer doesn't turn on.
Well, then how do you know it worked?
I worry about this.
You know, there's
Wait,
some
who?
moments where I'm just like, so was the RAM catching on fire or something before, and now it's no longer catching on fire? Like, bro, you okay?
I don't even know what you're referencing.
missed?
Yeah, good question. You want to give some
Nose
context?
is doing some computer troubleshooting,
Ah,
and
nose hair.
Yes, nose hair.
Yeah, that explains it.
yeah.
The only one worse is the degenerate.
Honestly, kind
We
of,
don't
yeah.
even we don't even talk about
Okay, no,
isolation,
actually,
honestly.
when I was helping Rob build his computer, I forced him to put me on video camera because when I was trying to give him instructions over voice, I told him to seat the CPU, and he's like, it's not going in. I'm like, what do you mean it's not going in? He's like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna try and force it a bit. I'm like, no, what are you doing? Will you stop?
No.
He's like, what? Do you see the arrows? What arrows? On the edges. There's arrows? Oh my god.
God, yeah, that's right. Combat's first PC. God, I remember cringing as you were retelling me that the first time. I think it was the day after, too.
Yeah, it was the day after.
It's like, Max, I need to vent. I need to
I
scream.
spent literally 4 hours helping him set it up because he was just so fucking incompetent. It's like, all right, now put this in. Where do I put it? In the only spot it fucking fits.
Yeah,
this isn't a goddamn Lego piece. It's a goddamn square block in a square hole, circle into circle hole. Shit, fucking goddamn it, Rob. Where do I put this wire? Into the green slot. It's fucking green.
Now, maybe he's supposed to put it in the blue slot.
Oh god, it was trying to hurt me so much. He's like, where do I do with this wire? What color is it? Pink? Is there a pink hole? Yeah. Where do you think it goes, Rob? The pink hole? Congratulations. Why am I here?
Sneaky, because he needed to give you a 2-hour dissertation on why sucking a dick isn't gay.
Yeah, of course, my bad.
I forgot that was him.
I will never let that die.
That was something else.
Ugh.
It's not gay if you enjoy it. Wait, what?
What?
That just makes you gay. Fucking
Rob?
faggot.
By the end of it, we were all just like, do you need to tell the class something?
Yeah,
no one
it's
here
like,
cares.
bro.
Like, that's the nicest thing we can say to you. No one here cares.
We don't care. We just want you to stop trying to defend dick sucking. And they're also bringing their mutual best friend, i.e. indentured servant, the Grim Reaper. Humor, parody.
It's never a good combo, is it?
This story is based on characters and situations created and owned by Gage K. J.K. Rowling. Maxwell Adams and various publishing houses and animation studios. No money is being made, how I wish it were otherwise, and no copyright or trademark infringement is intended. Well, technically, copyright and
He
trademark
says,
infringement
violently
is actually,
infringing the trademarks?
Yeah, it kind of is intended. If you wrote the story, you're literally infringing it. It's not an infringement they can actually enforce you on.
It's fair use.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Summary. Do what thou wilt shall be whole of the law. Mandy, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Oh, great. They're starting stories off with fucking quotes from the characters. Amazing.
Quotes that I doubt exist, by the way.
I'm pretty sure actually she said that.
I would not be surprised given her.
I don't give a fuck.
Mandy from Billy and Mandy was very known for just spouting off non sequitur one-liners of Shakespearean Poe-ish origin. A trio of highly unusual characters stood silently at the entrance to the train station at King's Cross. They exuded an aura of oddness that the bustling crowds of commuters
Bless.
Damn. He's fucking allergic to this shit already.
Yeah, I know, right? That the bustling crowds of commuters unconsciously gave them a wide berth, making a point of going out of their way to avoid coming too close. On the left was Harry Potter. Who's left? Otherwise known to most of the magical world as the boy who lived. I mean, the British magical world? Pretty sure Africa's never heard of them.
Ooh, they probably have owls down there too, don't they?
I mean, maybe if they didn't eat them.
Yeah, fair enough. It is Africa.
Harry was possibly one of the most famous wizards alive. A fact that he had learned a little over a month ago when his Hogwarts acceptance letter had arrived with the Morning Post. He was dressed in faded and somewhat ragged jeans and an equally faded and ragged button-up shirt. While the clothes were, at the very least, third, perhaps fourth generation hand-me-downs. So, Harry got them from Dudley, who got them from his dad, who got them from his dad?
That is a lot of passing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did at least fit his slender frame reasonably well. It had been several years since his aunt and uncle had forced him to wear Dudley's old cast-offs, though they still refused to spend any money on buying Harry new clothes. So it had been several years since Harry wore Dudley's clothes, but he's wearing fourth-generation hand-me-downs anyway?
I suppose.
That checks out.
Okay.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, I'm just pointing out that clothes are pretty cheap for guys.
Yeah.
And the amount of money you would have spent on buying guy clothes from a charity probably could have gotten you at least half of that amount in new clothes. Just
More or less, yeah.
like we ain't women here. We like a single shirt costs like $2, not $60.
Depends on where you are.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. That depends a lot on the shirt.
I mean,
Yeah.
but still.
Your standards,
But,
Sneaky.
look, his standards is fourth generational hand-me-downs. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna complain about a shitty $2 shirt.
True. It's just I don't know how many $2 shirts you're gonna find in the middle of London. Or in Surrey, for that matter.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Since I would
English
never go to
economy is a
that.
bit different from the US.
Yeah, I would never bother ever going to that.
Wait a minute, the
cast-off
English have an
island.
economy.
No, they don't. That's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
the
news to
point.
me too. It's kind of weird.
They made this whole
I don't know.
announcement recently that they're reopening their economy, and I was like, oh, that's really weird. I didn't know it was closed.
They had one? Huh.
Let's see. Brushing several stray locks of his untamable black hair out of his eyes, briefly exposing the lightning-shaped scar that adorned his forehead. Ah, I see. So Harry is going with the 2000s haircut. He's ahead of his time.
Indeed.
Harry adjusted his glasses and cast a glance to the right. Immediately next to him was Harry's closest and dearest friend, Mandy Maxwell. Her blonde hair was cropped short, framing the gentle oval of her face, and swept back and up in a fashion that gave an impression of horns. Her sharp eyes, so dark, a shade of blue as almost black, scanned over the many boarding platforms arrayed before them. She was wearing one of her favorite outfits, the cannon one. At first glance, she appeared to be quite cute, demure, and innocent little girl. At first glance.
No,
But only
no.
at first glance. No, literally no one ever at first glance thought Mandy was cute.
Most of them were like, "You look terrifying."
Those that knew her were well aware that Mandy was hardly demure and could never be described as innocent, though she might once have been, although that was only a rumor. she was still quite cute, at least when she was only wearing her perpetual scowl and not openly glaring at people. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure some people would...
pretty sure the glare was constant.
I'm pretty sure you can. I was also, I mean, that too. But I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's a selection of people in this world that would still call that pretty cute.
Fucking people like Suthner is kind of cringe.
Yeah, it really is cringe. What was the platform number again? She asked, as her American accent was still noticeable despite living several years in England. Oh, all right. I guess we got our answer. Arbitrarily, they moved to England.
Also, wow, it's a pretty aggressive American accent. Survived several years in a foreign country.
Hey, look, man, I just saw a Chinese guy who had served in the military for 15 years, and he's now like 68 or something. I just saw him give a speech, and he still had a Chinese accent, and he's been in the country for 50-some years. So...
Yeah, but is it, like, heavy?
Oh, yeah, no, it was like, I'm going to go as stereotypical Chinese as possible, but still be understandable.
I hope to God that that's how he gets his kicks, fucking with everyone else.
You know, it might be, but at the same time, I'm just sitting here like, wow, okay.
I mean, listen, I just do want to point out, like, he's an old man. He might well do that for the fun of it.
Oh, I know, old men are like that.
They do be like that sometimes.
Quite often.
Yeah, Mandy broke reality by smiling. I know. That was a interesting episode. Standing beside the two 11-year-olds, a tall, grand, blah, 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 ominous with a numb, black road figure, looking scythe, mirror finish, bleached white skull, blah, 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 blah. Death-given form, Grim Reaper himself, Harry's dearest friend. If anyone asks Grim, he would launch into love, eminent denial of possibility. Blah, blah, blah. Enforced friendship with the two children came 3 years earlier. The Mandy's family moved to Privet Drive, opposite side of the Dursleys. Grim ripped open a dimensional portal into the blonde girl's room. When he had come to reap the soul of her dog, perpetually drooling but aptly named Saliva, unwilling to give up her pet's life without a fight, Mandy challenged Grim to decide the dog's fate. If she and Harry were to lose, why was Harry arbitrarily there? Grim would claim Saliva and Harry as well, despite the protests over which Mandy included soul in the bargain. In a moment of prideful arrogance, Grim sweetened the deal by promising if the two were to win, he would be their best friend forever. After all, he was a Grim Reaper and he did not lose, and then he lost. Blah, blah, blah. 9 3/4. Where exactly is that? Well, I mean, at least he's got Grim's accent correct. So that's cool, I guess. Blah, blah, blah. Really just boring shit. It's non-canon shit, but it's just fucking such boring shit. It's like, they're standing there, and everyone's looking at them, and there was some comical episodes that they're referencing. And they're like, wow, this is platform 9, this is platform 10. Do we see 3/4 of anything? Nope. Don't see nothing. You don't have lungs. Blah, blah, blah. Ha-ho, wow, comedy.
You think they could just put up a sign for, like... Right? Just put up a magic sign. Wizards, look here.
Yeah, they could have. But yeah, wow, funny jokes. The skeleton said, let me catch my breath. Ha-ho, ha-ho.
Then you got the whole squad laughing.
Ha-ha, ho-ho.
Fucking a bus just crashed right through my wall, and they're all clapping now. It was just that impressive. Amazing author. Anyway, so blah, 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 blah. Everyone's running through this one pillar, and they're like, oh, we should go run through that pillar. Blah, blah. After learning about the Dark Lord that was going to try and kill Harry, Mandy ordered Grim to turn her into a witch.
Can Grim do that?
I don't...
Why would he have anything remotely resembling that as an ability?
I don't think he can. No.
I'm pretty sure the best he could manage, like, well, I can, like, do things to make it seem like you're one.
I mean,
But
he could. From the general pattern of the show, there is people he can contact that could probably do it, and he could probably find some magical item to give to her that would make it look like she's doing it.
okay, yeah, that. I guess that's a possibility. Yeah, he did have a lot of favors he could call in.
Yeah. And so anyway, Grimm went looking for something that would do that, and they found a recipe book from his grandmother. So again, canonically, instead of Hagrid giving the Dursleys pigtails and whatnot, Mandy did, because that's funny, I guess, or something.
I mean, she was, despite the fact that she was a bully herself, she was always like pretty quick to slap other bullies around, like, don't be a fucking dick.
Well, you see, Mandy was the sort of bully that was like, I'm a bully, but I don't, like, seek out people to fuck over, but I will definitely fuck over anyone in my way.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like she was absolutely a hypocrite, but like she generally tended to aim herself more towards people already bullying.
But, you look, dude, this fucking story is so long, and I am literally falling asleep reading it. It's just copy and paste humor, some tropes from Fanon, Death Eater, stay behind me, I'm the Grim Reaper, Death Eater, Death Eater, Death Eater, she's screaming out loud repetitively. I'm warning you, stay back away from me or I'll hex you. Like, this is, the author is correct, they are going the humor parody route. It's not actually funny. It's contextually funny because anyone's reaction to a Death Eater showing up in the middle of King's Crossing, where all the children are boarding a train, would likely be panicking and running away or shooting him with magic. Because you have to remember they're either civilians or war veterans.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
So, this whole scenario of her screaming her head off about Death Eaters and just like be like, stay back, stay back, stay back, get away, stay back, get away, stay back.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, well, I mean, alright, so number one, this is Moldy Weasley. Number two, she has interacted with people she knows are Death Eaters. Malfoy, for example.
I'm aware.
It's not unreasonable that she would just try to fight back.
But that's sort of my point, though, is she's just screaming,
Yeah.
stay back, over and over, because it's a comedy routine. Where you're like, get back, I'll do it, get back or I'll do it, get back or I'll do it, I swear this time, I'll definitely do it if you don't get back. Like, that's a comedy routine.
I guess.
But it's not funny, because of the setting.
Yeah.
It's like, it being a Grim and Mandy story doesn't make the story naturally funny. It's the absurdist premise of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy that make the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy funny.
And also, the visual media format.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's they did get very graphic, even with it being a cartoon.
Yeah, but like text and
that too, yeah.
Visual jokes.
Yeah.
Yes. As you say, as
Only
we've
morons try.
In fact, this is literally a joke from one of the first episodes of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, where a mother was literally screaming at Grim, thinking he was some sort of mugger, and she sprays him in the face with pepper spray. And that should tell you how much I remember this show, because The last time I fucking saw this show was like back in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty distinctly remember that.
So it's just like I've already seen this joke, Author. I was there when the joke was made.
Do not cite the old magic to me, Arthur. I was there when it was written.
Basically. So anyway, yeah, so it's just, wow. And then everything goes out of control and they start setting fire to everyone. They start shooting magic everywhere. And yeah. And yeah, so they basically they're just copy and pasting all the jokes from Billy and Mandy. And just giving it a Harry Potter skin.
Yeah.
So this is really riveting. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is his remade version. So the original story was made 4 years before this one. And this is
No.
This is his original version. This is his original content version, I suppose you could call it. Completely divested from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. And it's to be taken.
I read one word in that summary.
Yeah.
I don't like in this context.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, right? So
no.
Yeah, this is his attempt at divesting himself completely from Billy and Mandy, but still going with the general premise. Masters of Death. Harry Potter and Amanda Maxwell, his girlfriend and lover.
What the fuck? They're
are starting their first year at Hogwarts.
I would say there's a question that I want to ask, but I don't want to ask that question live on air. So, Author, I'll just ask if you've considered at what age human beings generally encounter puberty.
Well, you see, the priest touched him when he was a little boy. And ever since then, he's been fascinated. Starting their first year at Hogwarts, and so is their best friend and indentured servant, Death Incarnate. A very different take on my other story.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yes. This story is based on original stuff, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Death Incarnate, very original story. So, before we start this one, I'm going to talk about a recent story that I had come to drop. It was actually a very good story. I've talked about it before, I believe, on air. It was called... fuck, I forgot. But anyway, so it was a Hollow Knight Rising of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero story where the Hollow Knight, after being rescued by Ghost in the true Void ending, and the true Radiance being defeated and him being released from his prison, Hollow Knight gets sucked over as the Sword Hero into Rising of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. The author took some more...
They don't talk. Well...
The author took some artistic liberties in how he writes the narrative from the Hollow Knight's perspective. For some reason, the Hollow Knight sees in only italics and speaks only in bold.
What?
This quickly becomes confusing, however, when he fuses with a local beastkin slave.
What?
Huh?
And she sees in bold and talks in italics.
Oh, God.
And their thoughts are the opposite of what their speech is when they talk to each other.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, I wasn't really happy with that choice on the author's end. And it was oftentimes you couldn't really figure out who was talking to who and who was saying what and who was thinking what, because pretty much everything besides direct speech could either be narrative, thought, the other person's narrative, or thought. And because the author went with this whole thing of that the creature, the Hollow Knight, learned how to speak the local language by accidentally void infesting the beastkin slave. And she kind of like became semi part of his collective, but also independent, question mark, and infested with void. And so he knew everything she knew, including how to speak the local language with an insect mouth.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And it was honestly, besides these really questionable narrative choices in how he displays the narrative, a really questionable narrative choices that as time goes on and he has gaps between posting, you can tell he himself forgot what his narrative choices were in terms of display.
I see.
Fabulous.
So, this is a lesson to everyone. Don't try and get super creative in how your narrative is written and displayed to the audience. Do get creative with your sentences. Do get creative with the scenes those sentences create. Don't get creative with how your sentences are displayed. Because if you are not writing it all in one go, you might forget your own display index. Also, there's a reason why every story basically only prints in, you know, italics and non-italic fonts, because it makes it very clear as to what's happening.
Yeah.
Unlike, you know, this guy's story. But, you know, I followed it for quite a long time, like a year and a half or so. And the author has just recently come back after like another half a year. And started updating again. And he's like, I have an announcement to make in my author's note. Everyone, this is where the story starts really diverging. I was like, oh, what does that mean? Oh yeah, Vessel of the Sword Hero, yes. Yeah, that one. In the latest chapter, Gaster from Undertale has shown up.
See, by diverging, we mean going completely off the fucking rails.
I mean, crashing into a fucking oil tanker on the highway.
While wielding a flamethrower.
Was using that.
Yeah, and the next two chapters that he posted were just about Gaster being there now in the Sword Heroes party. And it's like, what?
I'm pretty sure whatever entities rule those worlds would be really upset about that.
Well, considering the fact that Void is now also for some reason sentient in that world and is actively trying to consume the world. Oh yeah, and the Radiant is also active again in this world.
Huh?
Yeah. Because the author's excuse is that because the Hollow Knight knows about the Radiant and was telling people about the Radiant was starting to get acknowledgement again, which means it was able to wake up again.
But it doesn't the Radiant ending involve
killing it and
destroying
eating it? Yeah. Yeah.
Quite thoroughly, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, but yeah, you see, well, you see, you're wrong. That's basically the author's line of logic. Also, arbitrarily, this was another thing I didn't really agree with all that much. Is the large ass dragon that dies in the later novels of Shield Hero, who has the kid that now Fumi protects.
Yeah.
He gets resurrected by the Sword Hero to be a void dragon, but like a skeletal void dragon who's obeying the Sword Hero.
I'm gonna have to ask you to shut the fuck up.
I see.
Yeah. Honestly, the plot really got away from him. Because I thought he was just doing a how does this change things sort of thing going on. Because he was making a bunch of changes using the character as the fulcrum for it. And it's like, okay, I'm following, I'm doing this, alright. And then he just like randomly just like, oh, and then he fucking commits necromancy and resurrects this dragon as his pet. It's like, what? Wait, what?
Well, better necromancy than necrophilia, I suppose.
And then he commits more necromancy, and the dead dragon egg comes back to life and becomes a half undead dragon lolly.
Great. That's just what we needed.
Yeah, I did. I don't know why authors do this. I don't know why authors do this. We're just like, arbitrarily, we're just gonna fucking out of nowhere be like, hey, this person can now resurrect the dead, even though they've shown no powers related to that so far at all, and have no reason to resurrect the dead, but they can do that now.
Great.
Oh. Okay. Also, the Radiant and Void randomly start possessing people and possess the Void Dragon Undead Lolly, and she becomes an avatar of their will in the world.
Sure thing.
I'm just sitting here like, what? Oh yeah, and then the Sword Hero had to take the shield off of Naofumi and proceeded to wield the legendary sword and shield at the same time. And he was able to do that because he void infested both of them. And that somehow let him do it. Also, Naofumi's a god now. He ascended to worm status.
Oh,
using the legendary shield.
As you do.
Yeah. Because he had a dream, and then he became a god.
You know, as far as I'm aware, author of Shield Hero made it pretty explicit. When you get a legendary weapon, you're the only one that can use it. You cannot grab another. It like there's a weird thing of like
there was one guy who could do that.
Yeah, but it's like there's almost sapience to them.
Yeah. No, there was one guy in the Isekai town. I forget what the name of the place was. But the guy in the Isekai town could subjugate legendary weapons and force their usage.
Okay. Was that a result of his legendary weapon, or
No. No, he didn't have one. He just kind of subjugated a bunch of legendary weapons.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think they ever really got a lot of detail on Vasa weapons. Yeah.
Oh wait, was it the dude that drove the tortoise on a rampage like early or some shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, that
man.
was like the Vasa weapons operate under like slightly different circumstances or some shit. And again,
I think the author is trying to use that as a basis, and it's like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, they make it pretty clear, like, there are rules around all the weapons, but the ones that get the legends seem to have pretty hard rules, whereas the Vessel weapons are they're kind
I
of
told
weird.
you about the fucking Link crossover, right?
Which Link crossover?
The Link Rising of Shield Hero crossover that was absolute garbage.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably did, but I probably threw most of it out because it wasn't.
The one where he got summoned as the Shield Hero but didn't actually get the legendary shield. Right. Okay. I guess I didn't talk about it here. So yeah.
Wouldn't that negate like all of the horrible shit that happened? Like, oh, it's the legendary. But no, but
yeah,
if
but
he
it
doesn't have
also
the shield,
happened.
it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, great, the shield here. Oh, you don't have a. Oh.
Yeah, no,
or you
but
could just
you
use
see when he tried using it. No, but you see he got summoned as the Shield Hero, and everyone knew he was the Shield Hero because whenever he tried to take an item out of his Breath of Wild inventory that wasn't a shield, he would get shocked. So yeah,
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Arbitrarily, he could only use shields, even though he didn't have a legendary weapon enforcing that. Arbitrarily, he could only use shields, but he also didn't have the legendary shield. And the author explicitly stated at the start of the story that Link was never going to upgrade shields, was never going to get levels, and was never going to get stronger. And also, arbitrarily, the author was like, oh, because the Master Sword is linked to Link, he can force its usage. Also, Ganon blights came out through the rift and just started infesting the world.
Alright, well that's a completely different problem now.
Yeah. Also, he doesn't have the party system, so Raftalia couldn't level up either.
So he's just been running around with child Raftalia, putting her in untold amounts of danger.
No, putting her in no danger at all, actually. Because he refused to let her fight anything besides balloons.
I mean, that's fair enough, but
yeah.
You're still dragging her along on a super dangerous adventure.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't like the story either. Yeah, no, it was just really fucking dumb.
Who the fuck is this dude?
So anyway, this story, Masters of Death. The hustle and bustle, blah blah, utterly frantic by 1st September, blah blah, near mindless human press of blah blah blah. Breaking the cloud, blah blah blah. So literally it's the same stuff as the first story. I hate crowds, muttered the taller of the pair. Harry Potter paused in his journey and leaned against the luggage trolley. The famed boy who lived. Physically, at first, he was almost exactly how the average witch and imagined him being. Yeah, so I guess totally handsome, I guess, or something. At the same time, none of them would have recognized them. He was tall for an 11-year-old. He was tall for an 11-year-old. He was tall for an 11-year-old. Girlfriend and lover. See, when he said lover in the summary, I was like, okay, maybe this is going to be one of those dumbass stories that are going to be like, arbitrarily, Hogwarts starts at 17 or something.
Oh, if only.
No. No, this author just casually implied child-on-child sex is occurring.
Yeah.
Not even like 14-year-olds going at it, but like 11-year-olds.
At least it's not pedophilia. Not from the characters themselves. Can't speak for the author.
Yeah, he's still imagining it, so.
Yeah, and writing it.
And writing it, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, yeah. And in this story, 4 years later, the author realized that Harry could, in fact, pick up not hand-me-downs. That's clothing.
Wow.
Took him 4 years to realize that.
Damn.
Um,
character progression.
Yeah, character progression.
Actually, if he's so close with Mandy...
Ma'am.
Now, I know the parents, it being, you know, early to mid-aughts cartoons, the parents are kind of like mentioned but aren't there very often. Mandy's parents seem pretty attentive, at least to her friends, if not Mandy herself. Wouldn't they have a question like, "Hey, Mandy, what's wrong with your new friend? Why is he malnourished? Do we need to
Oh well,
talk
he's not
with him?"
malnourished anymore. He's completely healthy and very handsome looking, according to the author.
Like, I know that fanfiction has a tendency to over-exaggerate
Very
negative
handsome
aspects.
looking 11-year-old. But don't worry, Max. He works out, so he has the body of a 14-year-old.
Okay, but listen to the Dursleys. Fanfiction exaggerates what the Dursleys did,
Yep.
but they
very often.
still
Yeah,
underfed the kid.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
definitely
still
underfed him. Yeah.
that was the point
of
that
course.
Yeah.
Rowling did make in book 1.
Yeah.
So where's he magically finding the protein at the Dursley household now for
Oh
all
no,
this?
Mandy fed him. Obviously.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they totally would not notice. Hey kid, we notice you're starting to fill out. You grabbing scraps when we're not looking?
Yeah, they definitely wouldn't like punish him for that. I feel bad for Shadowstalker at the end of Worm because every time she would try to fall asleep, she would be reminded that despite bullying Taylor for years, she could never match how bad Taylor bullied Scion with other capes. That's fair.
Mm.
You know, I too would
That's
be
great.
pretty.
Oh, she did live through all that, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she somehow lived through all of that. I too would be pretty put out if the person I bullied for years on end because I thought they were weak ended up becoming Goku, and
What if Goku but intelligent power instead of brute power? Oh man. Man, those
my
last
brain
like
is expanding.
those last 2 chapters of Worm, they really just escalated way more than I thought they would.
The harder you scream, the bigger your brain goes. It's
Oh.
like just blowing up like a balloon.
Oh god.
You would think my brain would be my weakness, but it is actually my strength. With my brain this large, I can create psychic barriers that will stop any punch you could possibly throw. Give it up, Vegeta. I have already calculated your life expectancy.
It's dropping to 0 as we speak.
Taylor pulled the Joker but ended up killing a god. Fair enough. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she did basically bully Scion into killing himself. Sort of. So the ending of Worm, spoiler alert, it's only been 8 years. The ending of Worm is basically Taylor throwing everything she has at Scion, which includes millions upon millions of people. And none of it working. And then I forget if it was intentional or not, but they end up in the dimension where the body of his partner is, and Scion sees the body of his partner and is like, "Holy shit, my partner's dead," and then he offs himself.
I want to say there was someone, or they did something to be like, if we get him to see this, maybe this will work.
Oh, I'm sure Taylor was beyond that point though. Like she physically couldn't even understand language by that point. The author himself said so.
Yeah, so I don't remember what it was, but like someone did manage to get like, all right, if we could just get a door here, maybe it was a last ditch effort, I think.
Yeah, but she was also controlling the door maker.
The doors.
I guess she just rolled an amazing nat 20 without even knowing.
Yeah, she just capping the roll in that 20
Oh.
on something.
By the way, Sneaky, finally figured out why I got confused about how it ended and where I pulled my idea of an ending from.
Uh-huh.
It was an ending you and I had planned for a fic eventually. Destroying 99% of his projections.
Oh, yeah. Your wife dead, Lamal.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oof.
Oh, Max, so someone posted a meme. It's Speaking of our story, someone posted a meme to I believe it was Arn's server, and it was the person in the profile picture, and the person in your profile picture is now sitting on top of you.
Yep.
What happens? And I'm just like, oh, well, the shit's about to get really hot really fast.
And not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
Like,
there's about to be a lot of fire.
I better fucking hope you got some good food on hand, boy. Oh.
Shit's about to get lit, and not in the positive manner. Meanwhile, poor Orpheus got crushed by a country.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's for Gura. Fucking Christ, Gura. Oh boy, that ASMR. That was.
Fucking something.
That was something. Yeah, let's go with something. Unsettling. I'll go with unsettling, actually.
Is that your final answer?
It's quite nice.
Well, Max, she started off the ASMR by making human sounds. No, she was making other non-human sounds before that, but when she started making human sounds that we call words, her first sentence that she whispered in our quote-unquote ears was, "Stop squirming so much. I can't get closer to you if you struggle."
What? It's
Yeah.
oh
Shark.
God.
It's just like, Gura, please. Other moments.
Straight to 11.
You can scream Yabe all you want. Gura is in control now.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No.
Goodbye.
No escape.
Uh,
It's shark time now.
Yes, she had some interesting sentence choices for that ASMR.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the pedophilic story. So did you ever get a response back from Nux?
I had never made the email. I gotta figure out what the fuck to even write.
Hey Nux, I got some cringy ass shit for you, fam. Hit me up for details.
We'll put that in the PS.
I mean, you gotta like lure him in somehow, you know?
I'm pretty sure leading with I co-host a podcast where we look at cringe fanfic would probably get a result.
A little bit, yeah.
More of a result, yeah.
We got cringe that you've probably never seen before. We have uncovered the cringe archives of cringe.
All kinds of cringe.
We have plunged.
And then
the
we made a
depths of
bot to
cringe.
find more of it.
All the Russian
The
did.
Akashic records of cringe.
The Akashic cringe.
Yeah.
We have cringe that surpasses any cringe you have ever posted before. Honestly, we really do. Like I've seen his cringe videos. So I show blank people the cringiest videos.
Yeah.
I've seen none of them have anything on the shit we have found.
I've looked at some of the cringe stuff too. It's like thumbnails usually clickbaity, and you look at it, it's like, this isn't that bad. And it's like I had a moment of like, oh dear God, I think the stream of Sneaky is actually fucked up. What made me cringe? Because if this was 4 years ago, oh man, now it's like,
Do we got pedophilic ass rape? No, they ain't cringe enough.
And this is to go
that was
even
a clean
further
cut.
beyond.
oh, is C8 here? Is he here to do his job?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah. He was there at least. Brazilian fuck.
God. Yeah, no, the cringe that we've uncovered in the depths of fanfic. And the worst part is, The worst part is, I am giving you guys the fucking top. I'm skimming the rancid oil off of the cringe rot to give to you guys. The shit I have seen.
No, I'm aware. Snaky, don't forget, we had late night calls of you just reading fanfiction summaries.
I know.
We've probably seen worse in those summaries than we've ever seen on this stream.
I am mentally scarred by some of the shit that I have found.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing that milk hasn't been ruined for you, because you'd often start those calls with, "Let me get some milk."
Oh yeah, let me get some milk.
I mean, let's be fair here.
Well, Max, that's what all the alcohol's for.
That does help, doesn't it?
Anyway, so yeah, the author's describing how pretty Harry is. Handsome and beautiful. Yeah, amazing. This 11-year-old is physically.
Please, author, we would ask that you stop describing the 11-year-old.
Then the author goes on to talk about the other 11-year-old. And talks about her skin and how her warm, earthy, blue eyes.
Earthy? What?
Wait, what the fuck is an earthy blue?
Okay. That probably is a shade that exists.
Probably.
Sneak is just mixing several lines together.
Yes, I am. Honestly, so as it reads, whereas Harry's hair was raven black, Amanda's pixie-like cut was the color of spun gold. Where his flesh was pale, hers was a warm tan, uncommon for someone living in the British Isles. While his clothes were shades of cool blue, hers were warm and earthy. Burnt orange slacks, a rose-pink blouse, and a deep burgundy jacket. How are any of those warm and earthy? I don't know. They could hardly have seen.
I mean, burnt orange kind of warm, I guess. Burgundy could be mistaken as warm. Earthy?
Yeah. By the way, there is a shade of blue called Blue Earth.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
They had the. How you could tell they were together was the looks upon their faces of casual indifference. Smug superiority and alluring budding beauty. Also, these are 11-year-olds you were talking about.
Thank you, C8.
What did C8 do now?
He's just letting me know he's still doing his job. I let it never be said that we do not appreciate our unpaid interns from time to time.
We don't.
We don't appreciate
You're one
them
of them, so...
yeah.
I'm just here for the ride.
Actually, he's paying me.
Yeah.
So it's even better than
I was
an
gonna say,
unpaid intern.
it's like
Wow.
the curse of an intern. You pay us for the privilege of working here.
Yeah. It's like I am what EA wishes they could be.
I suppose, yeah.
If you spin this in a business email right, you can take them for $1 million over the course of 2 years.
I will make working for you so lucrative that people will pay you to work for you. All I ask is for a small loan of $17 million, which is cheaper than the person you just hired. So obviously I'm a better choice. Harry's eyes were frosted emeralds, tinted by black humor.
So, what I'm hearing is, Harry Potter had green eyes with blonde highlights.
Yes. Yeah, speaking of money going to Sneaky, pay me. Amanda's were chips of frozen sapphires that gleamed with wicked cruelty. Author, they are 10. Or 11.
Yeah.
Platform 9 3/4. If that name is any indication,
Sneaky.
these wizards are childish idiots and we won't have much trouble influencing them.
Nexus does raise a point.
Where's the monthly $20 sub on the Patreon going, bud? I don't think I've actually been collecting that. I could probably check my
Actually, if I remember correctly, you wrote stuff up, tried to get feedback, and that feedback never came, so that also dropped off to the wayside as part of that.
I mean, I also got blisteringly drunk around that time for a while. And so that's probably...
A while.
Well, yeah.
About a few.
I also had that whole depression streak that I was going, and I kind of only really broke it today. Gray can attest to my lack of ability to write anything for the past couple weeks. Well, more like months.
I'm just impressed that you wrote something today. Good for you, buddy.
Wow.
Oh, fucking Christ, it's April. Or basically
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
No, it's still technically March.
So it's been like 3 months since I've actually, like, been able to sit down and write shit.
Well, you know what? I want you to fucking update that story, because I'm interested in seeing what Stupidity Taylor's going to do now.
Well, I'll give you a sneak peek right now. She rips Mal'Ganis' arms off. Interesting. We have gained. Gray has gained more patrons but lost money. Interesting.
Wait. Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
That means you guys had a couple of real, like, high rollers. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, they donated a whole $2. Oh wow. Nexus actually has been donating $20 per month. Oh shit.
Okay, you either owe him a
I don't-
shit ton of
Oh yeah,
backlog.
no, I'll write it. Let me just figure out why this hasn't been going anywhere. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 chapters. I can do that. But where has the money been going? This is this is what I want to know. I don't know where this money has been pooling.
Where did the money go, Sneaky?
You know, it's a good thing it's just $20 and not like $200 per month.
Well, I know Patreon holds on to it for you, but I don't.
You don't see it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 chapters.
You see, Patreon needs to make sure you won't waste the money on stupid things, Sneaky, like alcohol.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be wasting it on alcohol.
It's all a waste.
Don't you know? The alcohol helps them think better.
Yeah,
it
it's
does kind
fuel.
of. Oh, payouts. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is. Oh, so I do have an account balance. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Why was that? Why did I
Today's
donate
discovery.
$20? Oh, right. That was to Orpheus, right?
Moth, I'm gonna be real. This is partly on you for not staying on him about it.
Yeah, Max only got as far
Yeah.
as he did with me in our stories because he was like, "Hey, Sneaky, let's write today." Hey, Sneaky, let's
The
write
moment
today.
we split chapters, like, okay, Sneaky will do a solo and I'll do a solo. Guess what happened? I finished my chapter. Sneaky still hasn't gotten halfway through his.
No, it
It's
wasn't
been
even
4
halfway.
years.
I don't think I even started
4
it.
years.
By the
Yeah.
time you finished yours, I don't think I even started mine.
Oh no, you're right. It's like, hey Sneaky, I just finished up. I think it was like 4,000 or 5,000 words. Tell me what you think. Okay, cool. Hey, how's your coming along? I haven't started.
Yeah, see, Moth, you don't understand though. I don't check my Patreon. I don't. My Patreon also doesn't send me money. It's been pooling it this whole time. So I didn't even remember that I was getting money. So you can't pressure me with money I don't remember getting.
Yeah, I.
Hey, I forgot the mob boss
So,
paid me is not a
and-
defense, Sneaky.
And
It
this,
absolutely is.
No, it
And
really isn't.
this is why going forward, if we want to try and grow the Two Agent Southerners at all, it'll be me or Nat in charge of the money, and Sneaky will
I
just.
mean, there's been a reason why I've always applied to the court jester role.
Make
Oh,
the
I know.
content
That's why you'll
monkey.
be the, as you put it, you'll be the cyanide of the group. You'll be the
Look,
main draw for people to show up to the video.
I'm just here to inevitably be banned, okay?
Yeah. It'd
Just
be
haven't
like
been on
that.
top of it because all the shit with the Air Force. Yeah, no, I hear you, Moth. I've been busy myself being completely like fucking. I don't even remember what I've done for the past 4 months, so I've been busy. But
Yeah,
I could be fucked to remember what I did.
Been busy and depressed.
Yeah, there was a lot of depression
So
going on.
when you're
there.
not busy,
Yeah.
when you're not busy doing work for your uncle, you're busy being depressed. When you're not busy being depressed, it's because you're busy doing work for your uncle.
More or less, actually, yeah.
So, it's a horrible, vicious cycle, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. Honestly, I would say my working for my uncle has definitely been able to make me wake up in the morning, because I definitely would have a absolutely shot sleeping schedule without that.
I know. I've seen your sleeping schedule when you don't have a routine. It's
Yeah.
hideous.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, considering I kind of just keep going until I collapse. But anyway, let's keep going. So this author's going to keep really in-depth describing these children and how they're planning on taking over the world. And so a platform guard was smoking, and she glared at him. And then Harry shot a spell at the guard and killed him by smoke inhalation, because he hates people that smoke cigarettes.
Based.
I was hoping you were kidding, but no, there it is. Collapsed, breathless, and lifeless.
Yeah. I missed
Harry
your
Potter,
earlier
renowned
message.
murderer.
No, we saw. I saw it on the
Is
play.
this fic written by a Reddit admin?
I'm surprised you didn't see that.
Well, no. See, the problem is that Nexus and Underplayed are both this like really blinding shade of blue that my brain kind of is just blocking out.
Oh, that's weird because for me, Nexus is purple and Underplayed is a really blinding offensive green.
For me,
the wrong
Nexus
thing. I'll
is
try
dark
and refresh
blue,
this and maybe it'll
Underplayed is
give them new
gold.
colors.
Yeah, you can change it. I think. I know you can change your own. That's right.
Okay, well, Nexus is still blindingly blue.
Damn.
I wish I could get rid of that fucking color because I can't see shit with that fucking color.
Unfortunate.
Okay, this dialogue is getting uncomfortable. Maybe we need to.
Yeah, I am. Okay, you know what, Max? Let's mark this story down as a potential candidate to send to Nux.
Yeah.
And let's just not keep reading this.
Move on to the next shit.
Yeah.
Because
This is uncomfortable dialogue. I
Oh.
don't know if normally I would do a little read a little bit ahead, but I don't know if I want to do that with this.
yeah, I don't
Actually, wait, what is this rated? Also, you
Not
apparently-
high enough is probably the answer.
M.
Also,
Not high
you.
enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
M. That explains it. That explains it. Sneaky, you know that fanfiction authors on this site think M actually means MA+.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah. They can't actually mark it as AO.
Even though, let's see, I'm pretty sure I can bring up the ratings here. Report abuse. See, not allowed, no. Disregard for
Rating.
explicit content.
Yeah.
Child sex. 759. The M definitely does stand for map when it comes to fanfiction authors, like Jesus Christ. So anyway, the bottom author's note. A little something that popped into my head while watching a rerun of Final Destination. So you were watching people die, and what popped into your head was children having sex.
That's
Hey,
interesting.
have several questions. I
combination.
prefer not to have answers.
Yeah.
Are we sure he isn't a Reddit admin?
Be fair,
Probably
could
one.
be
Yeah.
a what do they call
Discord mod?
Discord owner.
I mean, how many people has he groomed?
Death doesn't have a body in this story. As for the children, they're more mature than my other one.
Wow, yeah. Wow, thanks.
Yeah,
That
we
really
picked up
helps,
on that. This new maturity is
Just
also
what we
reflected
always wanted,
in their
Arthur.
physical relationship. If you need an explanation for why 11-year-olds are having sex, consider it to be a reaffirmation of the life and death of reality.
Yeah, that's a cool story. Other
That's my
face the
story,
wall.
and I'm sticking to it. Yeah.
Face the wall.
That's a cool story and all, but I'm gonna have to ask you to face the wall.
Based, you can do it too.
Exactly.
Hans, get the Flammenwerfer.
Get the Flammenwerfer. Yeah, we're gonna have to work
Yeah.
some Flammen here.
Es ist Zeit für Flammenwerfer.
Don't go saying it's unrealistic for 10-year-olds to have sex.
No, he's not.
That's
I
not the
don't
issue
like
here.
where this is going. My
No,
mother is a Form 7 teacher and regularly catches 12-year-olds having quickies.
That
That was
doesn't
that is
excuse
not
anything.
Author's note.
No, it is bottom paragraph.
That
It's literally.
my God.
10-year-olds have sex because 12-year-olds do. Well, might as well just make the age of consent 5. What kind of fucking argument? Like, that is literally the meme argument of if 18 is the age of consent, 17 is close enough to 18, so 16 is close enough to 17, and 15 is close enough to 16. Might as well drop the age consent to 13 because you're halfway there already, so. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I must request that you not speak words again.
Why?
Cauldron would be cool for this. Yeah, I'm sure Cauldron would be down for this story.
Why is that just acceptable talk between your parents at dinner time? I'm starting to think maybe your mother shouldn't be a Form 7 teacher.
I'm starting to think your mother's a Form 7 teacher for a different reason.
Oh god.
I usually also, she just so happens to constantly find 12-year-olds, so she happens to know where all the 12-year-olds are having sex. Constantly. She happens to know the exact location. Always.
That's kind of sus.
Hmm.
Face the wall.
Face the wall as well.
Yeah, you too. Get in line. Let's see if we
Also,
get a
I would
collab.
like to point out that this
Save.
author is trying to use the justification that the kids that his mother works with have sex. So clearly it's okay for him to daydream about children having sex as well. What? Hello, Nexus. Oh, hey! Nexus is finally not eye-blindingly blue.
Done.
Now he's just blue.
Yeah. A reasonable blue.
A very reasonable
We
blue.
need to get a Carl Grap for this.
Yeah. Get the Schwelgo stuff. We have a fucking fortress to destroy.
What? Wait, what's the get the Panzerfaust.
I mean, the Panzerfaust is kind of a, downscaling from the 800mm railway gun.
You get the
Schwelgo
Panzerfaust.
stuff.
Everyone gets a Panzerfaust.
Hitler
The
to
star on the
14-year-old
chat
boys
box.
in Germany in 1945.
Thank you.
You get a
Thank you,
Panzerfaust. You get a Panzerfaust.
Nexus wasn't blue before. He was blue for me, blue boy.
Yeah, it's random for everyone until you set it yourself.
Let's see. I usually get all of the gruesome details when I drop by for dinner. So you're definitely not still living with them, which means that you're a 20-something who visits their parents and talks about 12-year-olds having sex.
It's not a good look, author. It's not a good look.
See, Arthur, this is why there's a list.
And then some, randomly, one day, randomly, everyone just voted for Hitler, and we just couldn't figure out why.
Curious. Never saw it coming.
Yeah, never saw it coming.
Guess who else also didn't see it coming?
Poland?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make a
Poland. No, you see,
joke
Poland
with
is
her.
actually going to elect Hitler this time around, and in a move
it's
that's
their
going
turn.
to, take everyone by surprise, Poland's going to invade Poland, starting
Yep.
World War III.
It's a civil war.
In an outstanding move, Poland invades Poland, preempting World War III.
Yeah, it's about time.
God, that sounds like the setup to a Mel Brooks parody movie.
And we could probably sell Hollywood on it.
Yeah.
Max,
so I'm going
first you have to help me
to-
sell my Gundam side story.
I'll make a new folder. Put it in Fanfiction Contempt, new folder. Yeah, here we go. And we're gonna call this the Nux folder.
Oh no.
And
Poor
whenever we find stuff that goes to Nux, just
I can't wait for the Google Damon to be like, hey, so these emails are now bouncing. Because he's just blocked contact.
they just keep sending me cringe and I can't stop them.
Oh god. I'm gonna post cringe, and no one can stop me.
God can.
Yeah, well, God might even stop me, but I'm gonna go meet him first. Wait, no, I'm in
I'm gonna go meet them first. God.
Really should have thought that one.
Yeah.
There was so much conviction up until after the
Brazilian.
Wait,
Damn, son.
I have been drinking this whole time, okay? It's about time for it to kick in.
God's gonna kill you. Not if I meet him first. Cox. God. Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to drink here, dude. Oh. Almost spilled my fucking cider.
Oh.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh, God.
Sometimes it pays having him on here.
I'll be back.
Yeah. BRB, I'll have a quick meeting with God. God.
Oh. I think he actually walked off, probably to get some more drink.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Right, so I have a headache and I don't have cowbell, so the only solution to my headache is clearly alcohol.
Yep. By the way, I think you could make something out of a one-shot novella type thing with that premise, Arn. Like, he's an immortal with the ability to respawn. It's okay, just like, alright, I need to go talk to God. Phew. It's like, does he do that?
Fight God.
Making an isekai.
Oh,
Dice wants to
okay.
get revenge on God. So he just trains in the isekai world and then reincarnates himself
Okay.
to go fight
Oh.
God.
Better yet, he gets isekai, and the power he gets is, what's the word? At will respawn.
Yeah.
So he just goes around the isekai world like, I will get you advice directly from your god for 20 gold. Alright, cool, let me go ask him. Bang! What the fuck?
Wait, what do you mean you'll get us advice directly from God?
He says you're a pussy.
Stab self directly in the stomach.
So anyway, this is the next story.
Alright, what's the
Oh
next up?
no. Oh god.
Something tells me Arn... Oh, that's why
just-
Arn's saying, oh no, it's because it's
Yeah.
High School
Yeah.
DxD Naruto. It's like, either this is one of our favorite sections to go visit, or Arn has seen this.
Oh shit, Gur started
It
playing
is.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's been a while now.
Yeah, I missed
It's
it by
like
30 minutes.
half
so
an
it's
hour.
Rip. The next
whatever.
Phoenix Heir. It's been one thing after another. Trying to save your best friend while also told he was exiled.
Wait, hang on.
Huh?
I need a moment to attempt to process this.
I'm just getting a bunch of fucking error messages right now in my brain. It's actually giving me a headache.
Yeah, give me one too, and I'm not the drunk one here.
What
trying
does
to be-
Naruto do now?
Alcohol.
Question mark? Well, that's simple. Get attacked by a masked man, get teleported to a new world.
Yeah, sounds simple so far.
Kid, get in the isekai.
This appears to be custom story art.
Unfortunate.
Kid, I'm gonna save you. Permanently.
Fuck you, Pedro.
I'm gonna save you.
You can't isekai me if you isekai me first.
Isekai me first. There we go. There's the other one-shot story idea where it's the isekai man. He goes around isekaiing people, but one day he encounters a kid who also has a gun. He's like, I'm gonna do it first. No, you fucking don't. Put the gun down or I'm gonna shoot you.
Okay, there is a webcomic called Isekai Services.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't seen someone.
There's several.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that moment of like, all right, I'm gonna get this guy. It's like, I'm gonna get myself first, and you can't stop me.
I'm gonna do it first. You can't stop me. I need that paycheck. Put the gun down.
Yeah.
It was when I found the webcomic, it was still like a few months old, but it was kind of clever. It's like he would just get random missives from other worlds. Like, all right, start up the truck.
The comedy of the moment is the fact that he is pointing the gun at the guy to kill him, when he could have just shot the whole time. Because there's nothing actually stopping him from shooting him.
It's just a Blazing Saddles moment.
Blazing Saddles.
I need to watch that movie in full. I only ever get to see clips.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
Yeah, that was wow. It's been a long time.
Mel Brooks is a fucking genius at parody.
He really like
Spaceballs and Airplanes still hold up super well.
Aeroplane, that was a fucking movie, man. It's hippie Jesus, he's back.
I mean, something else that holds up super great is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh yeah. That was another good one, yeah. God, it's been forever since I've seen any of those.
Okay, so hear me out. Just Mel Brooks night?
No. No.
But why not?
I got shit to do, man.
Not tonight.
Oh.
That's drink talking.
Processing.
We have a
Sneaky.exe has encountered an error.
There's a holiday weekend coming up, Sneaky.
Yeah, and
Look, I know you're a heathen that doesn't celebrate Easter, so you're not doing anything else.
yeah, and do you think I'm not going to be working?
I don't think you'll be sober enough to work.
Well, all he has is Jim Bean at the job, so I will actually be sober enough to work.
All
Unfortunate.
he has is alcohol at the job.
No, dude, you don't understand. Jim Bean is so fucking bad. It is the worst shit in existence. I would rather, endure a stream sober than drink Jim Bean if that's all I had access to.
So you'd like to return to the year 2017
Yes.
instead of drinking.
Actually, I would like to return to 2017. There's so many investments I would like to make.
If you could do me a favor and make a couple for me, here's 100.
If we could go back time to that good old place.
Yeah. I have some Tesla stock to buy.
Yeah,
In
right,
GME,
I know.
maybe.
God, I'm still kicking myself for not picking up GME at 250.
Yeah, bro.
All because
GME?
I was just spiteful.
GME's at 200 now, man, and it's about to break out again.
Yep. Going
They
up.
showed they showed some of the transcript from like a week or two ago for the GME call, and they're like, "Yeah, so we're still being short squeezed." I'm like, "Why are they still doing this?"
Dude, the fucking GME earnings call was great. The news were like, "Oh, GME's still down." It's like they're doing better this quarter than they were last quarter, which is just like fucking mind blowing because of the whole coronavirus thing. They were doing better than last fiscal quarter as well, obviously because of the sales. 200% increase in online sales. A doubling of their profits from online sales. They've closed down a bunch of stores and have increased the radius that they've covered with the new stores that they opened. So they're no longer competing with themselves. It's like, bruh, how?
Oh, wow, wait, they actually fixed that?
Oh yeah,
Yes, they
closed down
did.
thousands of stores, and they're no longer competing with themselves now. On top of all of that, their debt is $4 million. Their current liquidity is 600.
Yep.
Like,
It's sizable.
it's like, what the fuck? Why do people think they're not gonna do well? Also, they just got fucking both Chewy and Amazon executives to sign on to be part of GME.
Yeah.
And it's like, at this point, the joke is, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Steve Jobs coming out of the grave, doing one last run?
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me.
Kicking myself for not placing a put on GME? Oh, jeez. I don't know why you would. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. Put means he wants it to go up.
No, put means he wants it to go down, you dipshit.
Wait. Oh yeah, hang on, sorry. Alcohol.
Yes.
Not enough. Monkey brain to engaged.
Oh, Jesus.
I need more
You're
crayons.
too sober for this shit.
Yeah. I need to eat more crayons.
No, Gray.
Oh,
It's
you're
definitely a
going
thing.
on the
You
range, huh?
definitely do reach a level of alcohol where you forget how to think and you just go full instinct mode, just like
Yeah.
you're a Super Saiyan. You ascend to a new
Exactly.
level. Oh, placing a put
Yeah.
when it was 400. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of cringe, but fair enough.
Look, dude. At least it's not like other people who bought in on GME when it was 450. It's like, bro, what the fuck you doing?
But here's the thing, right?
We're
At
coming
least
for
I
you,
was
you fucking
smart
retard.
enough to be like, there's no way I'm getting in on GME in time. I'm just gonna leave this be.
Oh, I mean, I picked it up at 90, so I'm
I
doing
picked it up
fine.
at like 170.
No, I'm not
I'm doing
saying that you guys aren't fine. I'm saying, like, by
Yeah.
the time I heard about it, I was like, there's no way I will get in time. Leave it be.
Yeah,
Yep. Well, I mean, it did drop to 40.
and then I picked
Would
up
have been
more,
a great point to buy more shares.
like I did. What's that? Dip? Dip means buy.
Exactly. In monkey speak, dip means buy.
Oh god. So anyway, this fucking
Dip.
story.
Monkey pie.
A place where he could live a true life? Question mark. Why is that a
I
question?
didn't hear no goddamn bell.
Naruto, Murayama, Rias, Koneko, Asia, and Akeno. Mass harem. Murayama is from the Kendo Club. Oh wow. Okay.
Wow. Really? Okay. Damn.
The rocket was a lie.
I
No.
thought she was from
The
Detroit.
rocket was delayed, just like a
Yeah,
Tesla rocket.
the rocket's not a lie. It's still happening.
3/22/21. Wow, that was like 8 days ago.
Damn. That's
Okay. 11:45 p.m. Guest. This is pretty bad. You're forcing him to meet many characters at once, and then having him now stuff that should otherwise be hidden when he literally has the powers of Kyuubi and all 16 devil pieces. You make him give up so he can be locked away? It's infuriating how inconsistent you are. Is Naruto supposed to help them get better or actually be a character with significant role? Because every time he's about to help them, that fucking shitty girl comes in and says stop, and he's like, okay. Like, is this Naruto gonna be a badass or not? Because you keep giving him all of these powers and he keeps doing nothing with it.
true.
So it's
Yes,
one
Revere
of
has a
these
point.
stories.
Author's note: keep reading. I'll post this soon.
Bruh.
I mean, this guest review brings up actually a good point, dude.
Several, actually.
Yeah.
More than a few.
Yeah, okay, so more edits. 1/18/21. Yeah, I need to redo this chapter. So, by the way, to everyone unaware, he posted this chapter originally in March of 2020. So this is a year later. He's like, oh, I
Product
should
of
probably
COVID,
rewrite
I
this.
see.
Yeah. Titanfall 007. Haven't we seen this boy's work before?
Yes. Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh god, it's all fucking garbage.
I went ahead and changed Murayama back to her first name. I just decided to have her
Oh.
last name be Moriko.
Wait, he has a Discord server.
Yes, he does.
Wait, the sex.
Just drink some
has Sexy
alcohol,
still gone in on
Nexus.
that? Yeah,
You get Sam
Come on,
David
Nexus.
prevention.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sneeze, you fucking piece of shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Sneaky suffering.
That's life.
Naruto's world.
And he's
Naruto
back.
looking around where he was now.
This grammar hurts.
What?
But he
the
uses
server
grammar.
and say you're 13.
No, don't do that.
13-year-old female.
Yeah. I'm a 13-year-old female. I'm a big fan of your stories.
He was
Mr.
alone.
Author.
He was by himself once again. How could everything come to this? What did he do wrong? Yeah, he screwed up.
Existed.
Yes, he messed up.
Yeah.
He still brought Sasuke back to the village. He pulled his power on his Rasengan. Yet he still ended up hurting him badly. But he did not kill him. What happened? One might ask? Well, you see, Uzumaki Naruto has been exiled from the Leaf after the Civilian Council and the Fire Daimyo overruled Tsunade, who tried to keep Naruto from exile. All because he hurt the Uchiha. Why the fuck is the Fire Daimyo being involved in this?
Because fuck you.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he was involved at some point, but I think it was more of a like, yeah, so this dude that completely destroyed the 5 Kage summit, I want him gone? Thanks.
Yeah.
And he better be. I believe it was like, I will literally cut all funding to your village and cut ties with you because I can just make it up with all the other villages. Because you produced this traitor and did nothing to stop it.
And Naruto's Rasengan ripped through Sasuke's Chidori as he accidentally plowed his arm off.
That's some very specific language, author, that I request you refrain from, because I know what these fanfiction people are like.
Well, you see, it's his Rasengan, and he powered it by his 2 blue balls.
Yes, you see, he had to get... First, he used a clone of himself to help get himself all nice and rounded up.
Yes.
Just that he could plow right through Sasuke.
Yep. His arms never stood a chance. The civilians and head council. The fuck is a head council?
No
A council of heads.
The Futurama. We are the council of heads.
There's a bunch of heads.
Even better. The fucking Hokage stone heads. Fucking Night of Museum tier shit where they're like, Naruto, you have injured the last Uchiha. We, the stone heads of Konoha, find you guilty.
No, Sneaky. Better yet, it's it's a limited form of whatever the fucking bullshit resurrection jutsu is. It just brings them back as a head. So they're just the Futurama Council.
Oh, I already made that joke. How is the new season of Ruby? Max, how is the new season of Ruby?
Better than 7, but that's not saying much.
Well, I mean, they only became international terrorists in 7.
I think you and I had this conversation. There's a movie, I don't remember if it was Shyamalan or Uwe Boll, but like there's a movie director who's known for making bad movies. No, it's David Cage. Sorry, it's David Cage's writing in video games. He's good at manipulating emotions, but when you take a moment, you have no reason to do so because it wasn't earned.
Yeah.
Whoever the new writer is, clearly seemed to have some improvement. Like he was good at manipulating certain scenes to get emotional responses. Then it's like, wait, I don't care about these characters though, and nothing here was earned.
Right.
All these big moments did not have the lead up they needed.
Yeah. I think that's like a legacy. I mean, like, not for nothing. I think that's sort of actually a legacy from Monty Ohm, because like, if the documents that were published by his protege are anything to go by, they didn't understand why Monty was telling them to watch certain animes. Like, the 2+2 was not being added. Like, Monty would be like, this scene in this anime was great, so, watch this anime and learn this scene, and then put it into Ruby.
Monty wanted them to learn proper geometry. They went to learn Common Core.
Well, not even that. It's like, he wanted them to learn how to draw, but they just started tracing it all instead. Instead of like actually learning why the drawing was good, they were just like, well, if we just copy the drawing by tracing it, that just means it's good, right?
Yes.
So it's like, bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, still a lot of issues with it. They have killed off again. They killed Penny.
Bro, what
again.
if? What if?
Oh, did you know how Penny was killed?
John?
Yeah.
Yeah, she became
And there,
human, and then John stabbed her.
yeah, it was a big emotional thing for Jean. I'm like, wait,
Wait, why wasn't it?
Jean
Wait,
has never
John?
met Penny.
Did he
Jean
even
never
know
met
Penny?
not until her revival in volumes 6 or 7, and even then, there's no implications that they hung out.
Wait,
Ever.
no, but like in 6 when they did the whole reunion thing, it was basically just Ruby who was like, "Oh my God, you're alive."
It was Team Ruby, and that was it.
Yeah, like Juniper. Juniper didn't even take up screen time on that one.
No, it was like I'm pretty sure that's when Penny was first introduced to Juniper. In
Oh
fact,
yeah, and then randomly, Grim just showed up in the middle of town for some apparent fucking reason. Just like,
something Mantle's not as well protected as it should be, or some
yeah, but they were like
crap.
in the center of town.
Oh yeah, no. But don't
Like,
worry, the Grim sirens
Just
went off.
randomly, like a Grim got all the way through the town and just happened to be there. It's like, bruh.
Yeah, no. Again, that was like Mantle's not as well protected because Atlas is flying, but it's like, well, no, that still doesn't make sense because they're saying things about Ironwood that we never would have gotten from volumes 2 and 3. Like, God, they completely butchered anything that Ironwood had as far as characteristics go. What a waste of a character.
No, honestly, it was
Unfortunate.
the only good thing they had him do was shoot Jaquez.
They
Fuck the
just
French.
okay. So the way that scene happened, by the way, was Watts once again gets away and starts hacking things. So he lets Ironwood out, and for some reason, Winter thought it was a good idea to leave Ironwood's pistols and his pistol enhancer thing that takes his normal bullets and turns them into giant fuck off lasers right outside his cell for some reason.
Because she's loyal. to
Almost
him.
like she's
Yeah.
got the hots for the man.
And
Almost
and
like she takes some of that iron wood.
oh. Anyways, Jacques is like, "You're gonna let me out too, right?" And Ironwood just slowly turns to look at him, powers up the laser, and then says "sure" and pulls the trigger. I'm like, "Yeah, we saw that coming, guys. I know this is supposed to be big and shocking, but like, you've already ruined Ironwood.
This is the only good thing you made him do.
He became a poorly written villain, and I think that was also part of the reason they was like, look, see, Jacques finally got what was due him. Like, yeah, but we didn't even
Also, apparently
attempt.
they killed Watts. I'm really disappointed. I'm like actually genuinely disappointed by that because I actually was kind of rooting for Watts this whole time.
Watts is kind of a nothing character, though. Like, the only reason he's not ruined as a character is because there's not enough time for them to ruin him.
Yes, the duality of my chat.
Also, do you...
Yeah.
Oh, good old chat.
Sneaky tells bad joke. Shut the fuck up, Sneaky. That was a great joke, Sneaky.
But,
Not even me, I wasn't even paying attention.
yeah, so you know how Watts died? So,
No,
Cinder
I don't actually
gets...
know how Watts died. I just know he died.
Yeah, Cinder gets the Staff of Creation. It's like, okay, I'm gonna undo the doorway thing that Team Ruby set up. You know what she sets... By the way the staff works is even worse than I thought. Because whatever it is doing, once the staff stops doing it, whatever you've made also just disappears. Which is stupid.
What the fuck?
No, I can see. No, the problem here is that premise would have actually worked way better as a monkey paw built by humans sort of scenario thing, and not a God-given relic meant to help humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God-given right.
Well,
to bear
okay, to
arms.
be fair, those relics were made after the gods revealed that they were complete and totally unreasonable cunts.
I mean,
So
that's true, but still,
there's
the general premise behind them, though, is really
they're a
poorly
test to help.
executed.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a test to help. But anyways, she takes the
No, it's
staff
supposed to be a test.
and
What the fuck is with all these fucking
she
tests?
creates a fire in the room that Watts is in to smoke him out. He's locked in the room now for some reason. I'm like, you have
That's
this
fucking
staff
stupid.
capable of creating anything that you can imagine and describe to the spirit of the relic.
And if you
You
make a fire.
describe a fire and a lock being turned.
You see, Cinder
I
returned to Monkey.
I gotta really hand it to Rooster Teeth right here. Cinder's like this fucking quote unquote master planner genius, like 420 7th dimensional chess player. She gets the relic of infinite creativity, and she's like, "All right, genie that can make literally anything I can describe.
Fire.
Give me fire."
I just said, Cinder returned to Monkey.
Actually, just
Me want fire. I mean,
Can't you
Stick.
already do that 3 different ways?
yeah, right. Can't you already do that? Me want more fire. Okay.
So I just
Bernie stick.
I just
Burn.
realized there was
Fire.
a problem with that stuff, by the way.
Well,
So they imply that it can only do one thing at a time, blah blah blah.
yeah.
So Cinder using the staff gets rid of the portal room, which really should have stuck around forever. Because they never specified that it would need to be powered by the staff. Penny's body should have disappeared the moment they made that gateway.
Oh yeah, you got a point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She should have been Thanos. As horrible as that is.
No, honestly, that would be great. It's like, Penny, come on, let's go. Okay. Boop. What? Where did Penny go? Who's Penny?
Staff of Creation. Didn't I tell you guys? Yeah, you want her to exist. You gotta.
Ooh, that actually kind of would have been good. They could have really gone with that. They could have really gone the RE0 route. Like, come on. That was a perfect opportunity.
So even when they have an interesting premise,
Yeah.
which I know that's literally been this like since Volume 3 onwards,
Yeah.
they still fuck it up in the simplest way.
Yeah. No, they
all
straight shit. They straight shit could have gone the whole fucking Who's Rem route with Penny, and they fucking dropped the ball on
I
it.
love Emilia.
Why? What did Amelia do?
No, that's ReZero meme.
Oh, okay, because the VTuber Amelia. I'm like, wait.
Oh no, I said Emilia, not Amelia. E, not A.
Yeah, bro. I hate to break this to you. That sounded the exact fucking same.
Yeah. Get better airs. Fuck it.
In season 7, Cinder went full Contessa. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That is true. That is also true.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
Oh, by the way, so remember, someone mentioned that Team Ruby fell into the void along with Jean.
Yeah.
Neo fell too.
Okay, I'm just saying this right now. I want all of them to die, and I want all of them to wake up and have it be a shitty fanfic, Peggy Stu scenario in which all of them wake up in this alternate reality that takes place during season 1, and they're all like, "Oh shit, we have to stop the shit that's gonna happen," but none of it's actually going to happen. That's what I want the new plot to be.
Okay, as an aside, since Neo fell with them, can we have it be that Roman is a teacher there, and that's why she's at Beacon with them for some reason? Giving her motivation to not kill them right away. Because Roman's not dead here.
I don't know. I'm not particularly fond of that one, to be honest. It would be even funnier though that Roman was a cop in this one. That would be the funniest variant.
You know what? I would appreciate...
you know what? Go hard on the Sly Cooper vibe.
Roman is actually a cop, and Neo was his daughter in this AU.
Not quite where I was going, Sneaky.
That's where I went.
Yeah.
Fans would be so blue-balled. It would be great, though. Like, come on. Just be like, just do the fucking meme. Bro, are you okay? What's that? Atlas fell? Beacons exploded? The 4 relics? Are you okay, man? It's time for the fucking beacon, beacon initiation.
Time for initiation, come on.
Come on, man, wake up, let's go.
Okay, to make
Ruby, it's time to go to Beacon Academy. Aren't you excited?
Do the fucking meme, like, come on, man.
That'd be a lot better. No one ever fucking could
It's
do.
just absolutely Tai Yang just going, Ruby, come on, you're gonna be late for your first day.
All right, Max, I'm
it's
willing.
gotta be Pyrrha waking John up.
I'm willing to put this aside. I'm willing to put this aside. I will work with you on this.
Oh no.
We are going to do a shit post.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
Bastard.
Ruby isn't going to Beacon. Neither is John. Both of that was shit they just fucking imagined.
That's the old coma theory.
But John does end up getting found by Pyrrha, who obviously remembers him. And the rest of Team Ruby remembers Ruby, so she still gets in anyway. But like the whole fucking contrived scenarios around both of them don't happen, so that we have to invent completely new contrived scenarios to make it happen.
We should probably look at Core's coffee shop fic and the new Mafia fic to get some idea on how to do that.
Sure.
No, it's the escalations that he does.
I already read Coffee Shop is what I'm saying. It's like, yeah.
The butterfly effects and that don't make sense very much, and then the Mafia. I told you what happened in Self-Made Man, right?
That's the Mafia one, right?
Yeah, where John takes over Junior's post.
Yeah, somehow, yeah.
Because for some reason, John not going to Beacon equals Junior dying.
Yeah. Even better, fucking have the starter do that fucking meme though, and instead of the red trailer, the yellow trailer, the black trailer, the white trailer, have that meme be for each of them instead, replacing those trailers. Fucking Adam wakes Blake up. Blake, wake up. Wait, what are you talking about? Fucking White Fang attacking Beacon? Come on, we got a train to rob.
Oh god, oh fuck.
Come on, this train is full of enslaved faunus. We've got to save them.
Sneaky, that meme is literally just the infinite Tsukuyomi arc that happened in the Naruto anime.
Yes, I know.
That arc was suffering.
The best part is we could pull any bullshit. And we can pull any bullshit for this, because you don't know whether the previous world was the fake one or this world is the fake one. And so we can just fucking blue ball the entire audience until we're at the end where we reveal they were all in a coma the whole time.
It's a fucking double layered fucker.
It's a double layered coma brought about because of John's semblance that he awakened one day.
What, John? What's your semblance? Coma.
Coma vision.
Oh,
but it's great too because it also affects everyone I love. This sounds terrible. Please kill me.
Terrible.
True.
Or we can make it even better and blue ball everyone like with Inception, where right at the end they're like, well, I guess we'll never figure out if this is reality or if this reality is real or not, and we have a fucking spin atop or some bullshit that they're testing to see if reality is real or not, and then we end the story before we say anything more about the top.
Genius.
I've already planned this entire story in my drunk ramblings. Fucking gold, mate. Fucking gold. Let's do it.
Go for it.
Laughing grim.
Anything that brings Ruby fans suffering, I'm down for.
Can't create a character more creative than yourself. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll save this story for next time.
Oh, it's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock, man.
How about that?
It do be like that.
But yeah, so you know what, everyone? I want to thank you all for coming and staying this long. Nux, if you're somehow magically here at some point going through our old content being like, alright, what are these dipshits like? I apologize. But at the same time, I'm not sorry at all.
You're never sorry.
No, I'm not. It's a feature, not a bug.
Exactly.
We'll see you all next time, however, on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't even know what daylight savings time is at this point, so Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Because there's always more, and it always gets worse.